Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
This video is sponsored by Toyhax.com. They're your one-stop shop for reproduction decals for your vintage G1 Transformers and upgrade decals for your modern bots. Weaponry for your figures from the Toyhax Armory, and great-looking backdrops for your display from Toy Stages. And when you visit Toyhax.com, make sure and use my monthly promo code to save 15% off your order. So yes, 15% off when you use my promo code right here. So check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the video. The featured bot in this video is the brand new Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition 04 Megatron. Now, taking a quick look at the packaging, it's your basic Studio Series box. You got Transformers on the side, Megatron right there behind the open window where you could reach in and molest him if you'd like. You got some great looking artwork of Megatron there on the front. Hasbro, you got the little D-pad symbol right there, 04. This side of the box features an up-close shot of Megatron's face, 04 Studio Series. Back of the packaging features Megatron in robot mode and vehicle mode, and a picture showing the backdrop. This side of the box is more artwork of Megatron with the D-pad right there behind the open little window. So now, without further ado, let's get this Gamer Edition Megatron opened up out of this package and check him out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now, once you get Megatron all opened up and out of the packaging, you'll see that he does come with a sheet of instructions that, as usual, is very well illustrated and easy to follow. You also get a fusion cannon that looks great with that nice glossy paint. You get the head of a mace along with the handle. So let's go ahead and put this together right now. You've got two different tips. This tip right here, that's what goes in the head of the mace. So there you go. You also have Megatron himself along with this backdrop that shows it looks like a factory on Cybertron. So if you have the room on your display, you can place your Gamer Edition Megatron within that backdrop, and there you go. I don't have the display space. That goes in the recycling. So let's take a closer look at Gamer Edition Megatron. Now, before we get started taking a look at Megatron himself, let's go ahead and get this fusion cannon attached. Like I said, I love the looks of this. It's a nice glossy black. It's painted, because I can tell this was gray plastic, painted black. You can see the gray there inside the blast effect port, the gray for the peg, so I love the looks of that. And that, of course, is going to peg into his forearm right there. So now we've got Megatron looking like Megatron. So taking a closer look at the figure, fantastic head sculpt. Looks just like he did in the video game. I dig it. I love that. It's got some tiny red eyes, some little purple highlights there on the face. Got some nice red chest with some purple highlights there. Decepticon insignia on inside the black. Got red on the shoulders. You got this little pinchy piece here on this shoulder, this flap here, red on the forearms, purple on the crotch, moving on down to the black shins with some purple accents below the knees. I mean, this is a good looking Megatron. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the original game Megatron figure. I can't remember if that's War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, but there is the original. And as usual, the older figures have the gimmicks. You've got a launching missile right there. Man, I miss gimmicks. So there, those two are together. I mean, that one's got a much bigger fusion cannon as well. So there you go. Look at the face sculpts. Face sculpts are fairly close, but the new version, much better face sculpt. So moving on to articulation. Megatron's head. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's on a ball joint or not, but it can do a complete 360. Arms can go out, they can go in. There is a bicep bend. Though I have a little issue with mine. His bicep is a little floppy. I may have to put some pledge on that, some floor polish to tighten that up. It does lock in place right here at the elbow though. That's part of transformation, so that'll lock in so you can do some nice poses like so. As you can see, there's a bicep rotation. Let's see, wrists, no wrist rotation whatsoever. There's a waist rotation. Legs go forward, they go back, they go out, they go in. There is no ankle tilt. Oh yes, there is. There is an ankle tilt. Let's see, we got a nice tight, very tight knee bend. And that's pretty much it. I mean, he cleans up really good. There's not a lot of gaps at all. The legs are hollow, but that's due to transformation, and it's covered up really well by these panels right here. Now, when you get your Megatron out of the packaging, mine, the heel spurs, were flipped way up like that. You want to bring them down to about that angle. You don't want to collapse them in all the way because he tends to fall over. So give him a little bit of a heel, and you're good to go. Now, I mentioned earlier, the Fusion Cannon is blast effect compatible. So if you have one lying around, just plug that in, and there you go. But unfortunately, with the floppy bicep, he doesn't hold it really good unless you lock that arm into place. And there you go. Get a nice wide stance, blowing away some Autobots. Then you've got the mace, of course, that you can put in his other hand. So there you go. You have Megatron all armed and ready for battle. Now, if you don't want him holding on to the mace, there is a hole right there on his back, so you can kind of attach it like so. So that is pretty much it for Megatron in his bot mode. Let's go ahead and get him transformed into his vehicle mode. Let's remove the mace and remove the fusion cannon. What we're going to do is make sure the arms are perfectly straight. Open up these little flaps and fold the fists in, put the flap back. What sucks, we got a leader class Armada Megatron that I just reviewed. And why is it the deluxe figures, or Voyager, whatever this is, why do they get the flaps that cover up the gaps in the forearms while the leader class figures don't? Oh well. So now you're going to take this chest section, bring this down, and you see these two pegs right here? How this works is you're going to bring the arm, the left arm up, and it's going to do a double bicep bend, just like so. So you can get these two slots to kind of line up. See these two slots right there? Then you're going to bring the arm around, and you want these slots to line up with those pegs. Let me see if I can do it on camera. It's a lot easier to get the shoulder section in first. There we go. And that. So that locks in place just like that. Go ahead and bring this down. Take this little shoulder flap here. Bring that up. Now what you're going to do is take the feet and fold them, fold the toes in, and then bring the feet up. So toes in, feet up. Then you're going to rotate the knees toward each other, just like that. So now what we're going to do is take this back section, flip it down and up, and then rotate this section around and bring it up over Megatron's head. Then we're going to bring this arm section, bring it up, and it's going to lock in place. You see that little thing right there? There's a notch where that's going to lock in place. Now what we're going to do is take the legs and we're going to open these up just like so. Get this all in camera for you. All right, what am I missing? Yeah, bring that out. Snap this section in. Take these treads, bring those out. And you got these little treads right here. Flip those out as well. That is really tight. So now what we're going to do is bring the legs up and around the body of Megatron. This one is tight. Bring it up and around, and everything's going to tab together right here in the front. Got this tab right here that's going to tab in right there below that purple section. And there's a tab right here on these horns that's going to tab into the front right there. So just get those lined up. One side will give you a fit, never fails. Okay, so there we have Megatron almost finished. Now you're going to take the fusion cannon and it's going to peg in right there. See that peg? Peg it in the back of the fusion cannon. I have the little handle section facing down. And now what you're supposed to do is take the mace and you're going to plug it into the back of the tank right here. And there you go. There is Megatron in his Cybertronian hover tank mode. So you've got the treads right there that unfortunately they don't have wheels like the original figure had. So it just kind of sits there and you kind of push it along. But man, I really wish it had wheels. The turret rotates here at the front and you're kind of swinging that back section around. And let's see, can it do a complete 360? It sure can, but if you got the handle hanging down, it is going to hit. So not a lot of articulation right there. And to be honest, I think it looks a little lame with the mace there on the back. So just take that off and put it to the side. I do like the details up here on the turret. You've got the, I don't know, it looks like a rocket launcher of some sort. The red looks really good. Still love that glossy black. Needs a little bit more details though. I mean, he's got a lot of sculpted details, but needs a little bit more color. Now let's bring in the original War for Cybertron Megatron, and once again I want to show off how the old toy is a little bit better than our new version because the old one had wheels. I mean, you could roll him around, no problem, and then you could actually collapse the tank treads in like so. And then you had your hover mode, which is what this one has right now. So you had a lot more playability with the old toy, but man, that's an argument for another time. So if you don't have the original, or you know, if you're just a big Megatron fan, I think this one will do the trick. I mean, I've seen a lot of people complain about this figure, but honestly, he's not too bad. And now for some quick size comparisons, here is the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Megatron with Generation 1 Megatron, War for Cybertron Megatron, or Fall of Cybertron Megatron, I can't remember, Siege Megatron, and the Toyhax Enhanced Gamer Edition Decepticon Drone. Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Megatron is a pretty cool Megatron figure. I am a Megatron fan and I really like this guy. Granted, he doesn't have all the playability of the original figure, but man, the modern ones just don't do that anymore. And I'm wondering if that's because Hasbro is making these more for us adult collectors than kids. I mean, think about the old figures you could play with. Maybe Hasbro knows that we take these guys, transform them a couple times, and put them on this shelf. But nonetheless, I think this is a really cool figure, and I'm glad I picked him up. So, does a Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Megatron belong in your collection? Absolutely. If you're a Megatron fan and a fan of the games, I think you're really going to like this guy. My only issue is the fact he's got a floppy right arm, which just doesn't work when you're trying to pose him with the fusion cannon, unless you got the pose I have right there. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're in any position to help out the channel, I do have a super thanks button, and I also offer channel memberships. And I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to all my current channel members, because it's your support that helps keep this channel going. Once again guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!